We spent the week at Black Pearl Blueberry Farm in Branchville, South Carolina, where the blueberries are ripe, the silence is deep, and our RV promptly decided to die of an electrical existential crisis. After wrestling with wires and prayer, we got it limping along just in time to enjoy some southern serenity, by which I mean bugs, sweat, and a surprisingly judgmental rooster. We day tripped to historic Charleston, where cobblestones threaten ankles and history oozes from every overpriced praline shop. This is the city where pirates were hanged and a civil war kicked off, but today, it's mostly tourists and carriage poop. Back near the farm, we floated down the Edisto River like lazy driftwood, dodged snakes, and flew drones over swampy beauty. In the end, it was equal parts chaos and charm. Sunburned, mosquito-bitten, and somehow still relaxed. Just another week living the RV dream. Our sunny day came to a screeching halt. As we came back to the RV to throw on some AC and cool down, I flicked the switch that manages our AC system, and what to my wondering eyes did appear but a giant flame behind the wall.
Yeah, whoever installed this did a terrible job, and this caused an electrical short, and probably could have resulted in a fire if we hadn't been aware of it. I flipped the switch and I saw a giant flame shoot through the crack of the wall, which it shares with the shower. I thought it could have been potentially water, because if you come down here, in their infinite wisdom, they run a 120 line right in between the water line for the shower, which could leak very easily. But no, it wasn't actually that. It was somebody did not properly attach an electrical screw, a nut, and looks like something came in and metal on metal and shorted it and melted a bunch of wire.
Thanks to a basic understanding of electrical wiring, our local Lowe's hardware store, a little help from YouTube, and a little bit of luck in the form of having just enough leftover Romex cable that we could reconnect the switch that we bought and get our AC up and running without incident.
Is it fixed?
Thanks.
Yay!
Look at that.
Yay! You're the best.
Thank you, God. Victory!
The next morning, it was back to business as usual. Brindog and I took one of our morning constitutionals, and man, is this property beautiful. You can see, just looking out over the blueberry bushes, and also the honeybees, there's a lot to love about this place, and even more coming up. Mike and Meg and their family have really turned this farm into more than just blueberries. It's also got wood-fired saunas. They're building glamping domes, there's river access, a small store which serves up local goodies, including those blueberries. Just very happy with this spot. We had a couple of neighbors the other day, but they have since left, so we have this beautiful spot to ourselves. And I can't say enough good things about Mike and Meg. They've been so helpful and nice. Just a really nice place to be. So, actually setting up the drone for the first time now. We're finally doing some more fun stuff. We got some nice weather. So I'm gonna go fly this drone for the first time. Get on the dirt bike because Mike has given me carte blanche to ride around the property down the trails. So it'll be a fun day. Bryn wasn't quite sure what to make of this drone situation, but that didn't deter me from playing with my new toy. Very professional videographer equipment. Anyway, we'll get Bryn used to it, but in the meantime, it's time to zoom around.
Hey, Bryn, you got a stick? You better spit that out. Thank you.
Speaking of electronics that creep Bryn out, meet her electronic babysitter, who keeps an eye on Bryn while we're away, so that we know that she's always safe and the temperature's cool. We call him Johnny.
Number 5 is alive.
All right, Jamie, where are we going?
Charleston,
South Carolina.
South Carolina. So we're in South Carolina, but we're heading to Charleston for the day. And you picked out a spot for lunch.
We did. We're going to be going to the crab house and trying she crab bisque, or she crab soup, which is a bisque and something that Charleston is known for.
Yes. And then what else are we doing?
We're going to visit the Rainbow Row, which is the fluorescent houses that line the main streets.
Okay.
We're going to go down to the, the ocean front. There's a park there with a pineapple fountain. Those of you who don't know that, I have a fascination with pineapples.
He has a pineapple tattoo on his butt.
Wow, Jamie, just let that right out. Anyway, we're going to check out the pineapple fountain and what I'm sure is a gorgeous oceanfront view.
Yes.
Potentially, we only have a short amount of time to determine it, potentially go to Fort Sumter, which is on a small island. You have to take a ferry. That is at 1:30 as a reminder.
Oh, I don't know how we're gonna make it.
I don't know.
Right now, we'll play it by ear. Possibly Fort Sumter, but definitely Rainbow Row, and then
The fountain. Oh,
the mountain.
I almost forgot the third one.
What?
The Angel Oak Tree,
Okay.
which is, according to the internet, the largest and oldest live oak tree east of the Mississippi.
Okay. We got our work cut out for us.
Ooh-wee.
Lots of things to see today. Let's hope we can get it all in.
Oh, we can get it on.
I straightened my hair just.
Look very cute. Okay, we'll see y'all there.
Founded in 1670, Charleston is one of the oldest cities in the U.S., which explains the charming architecture and why half the sidewalks feel like a twisted ankle waiting to happen. It was once known as Charlestown, named after King Charles II. The Civil War started here at Fort Sumter, and it's also known as one of the best cities in America, if you enjoy heat stroke, gentrification, and artisanal biscuits. At the heart of downtown is Charleston City Market, which is a great place to shop for any of those knickknacks, whether it's a picture, a purse, a hat, or some delicious jams and preserves. There's also a place to buy some of those delicious biscuits I talked about. Just a stone's throw away from the city market is the waterfront, which is gorgeous. Also, plenty of shops and restaurants along the way. Charleston Crab House, one of those waterfront spots where the views are Instagram worthy, the seafood is fresh-ish, and the prices remind you that the ambiance isn't cheap. We came for the she crab soup, which is Charleston's creamy, boozy, crabby answer to what if soup was luxurious and slightly suspicious. It did not disappoint. We had a couple of drinks and salads to offset what is sure to be a cholesterol fever dream. By going somewhat light on lunch, we were able to visit Carmela's Cafe and Dessert Bar, a place where calories are just a suggestion, and dessert is practically a lifestyle choice. Offering everything from gelato to cocktails. But let's be real, you're here for the hummingbird cake. This Southern classic is a mashup of bananas, pineapple, coconut, and pecans, all wrapped in a cinnamon cream cheese frosting and toasted coconut. It's like a tropical vacation in cake form. if your vacation involved a sugar coma and sight of guilt. So, if you find yourself wandering the cobblestone streets of Charleston, make a pit stop at Carmela's. Just be prepared to loosen your belt and your standards, because the cake doesn't do moderation.
Real low?
Mm-hmm.
Real low.
Ooh.
And then you.
The Charleston Oceanfront Park and its marshes, a delightful blend of nature's beauty and the low country's humidity. At the southern end, the park transitions into the restored salt marshes, providing a natural habitat for local wildlife and a serene backdrop for those seeking a quieter experience. These marshes play a crucial role in the ecosystem, supporting various species and contributing to the area's biodiversity.
Fitz, when I tell you to dump a body in the marsh, you dump him in the marsh. Not where some guy from John Hancock goes every Thursday to get a fuck up. Don't laugh! This ain't reality TV!
We found that pineapple fountain, and turns out it doubles as a swimming pool. Just walk right out here on the pier. There she is. Fort Sumter. Oh yeah, he's going out to sea. It's like, there ain't nothing here. Nobody's thrown in a elephant ear in days. Funnel cakes, forget about it. No, but a happy accident is we got this beautiful 3-sail boat in the background. Right by our friend, the seabird. We continued our stroll down the path. Charleston's oceanfront is basically real estate porn for history buffs and trust fund babies. Mansions along the Battery like the John Ravenel House sell for millions just for the privilege of catching a sea breeze and the occasional hurricane. Then there's Rainbow Road, 13 pastel-painted homes that scream, "We restored this for the Instagram likes." Built in the 1700s, repainted in the 1930s, and now home to tourists perfecting their selfies. And deep in the historic district lies what's left of the walled city. Once built to keep out pirates and now holding in an army of foodies, ghost tour groups, and overpriced carriage rides. It's old, it's expensive, and it's where Southern charm meets generational wealth with a side of humidity.
5 generations of large family breeding.
And we've just been zigzagging our way across Charleston. Get it? Do you get it? South Carolina's historic homes are like time machines with mortgages. Elegant antebellum mansions, weathered plantation houses, and charming low-country cottages, all draped in stories, character, and probably lead paint. Framing them are the real stars, those haunting, beautiful oak trees, limbs twisted with age and dripping in Spanish moss like nature's own Gothic decor. Together they create a postcard-perfect backdrop that whispers history, and occasionally creaks in the wind like it knows your secrets. Welcome to St. Michael's Cemetery, home to many dead people, including this man, John Rutledge, who was a statesman, a governor of South Carolina, and a drafter of the Constitution of the United States. Ooh, spooky! The angel oak tree on Johns Island is South Carolina's botanical diva. Over 400 years old, 65 feet tall and sprawling like it owns the forest, which honestly it kinda does. With limbs stretching over 17,000 square feet, it looks less like a tree and more like a slow-moving forest octopus. It's ancient, majestic, and probably the most photographed tree with its own fan base and merch. After a day in the sun, it was time for some snoozies before heading out on the river. Welcome to the Edisto River, South Carolina's long, lazy ribbon of dark tea-colored water that meanders its way from the Midlands to the Atlantic, seemingly in no particular hurry, and with zero interest in being tamed by mankind. Stretching about 250 miles, it's one of the longest free-flowing blackwater rivers in North America, which is a fancy way of saying no one's bothered to slap a dam on it yet.
Angela and her friend, whose name I did not get, just dropped me off at the mouth here. We got about a 3-hour float downstream here. And something to note, there are alligator and snakes in here. They said nothing much to worry about, but they do exist out here because we are in a swamp. So that's kind of crazy, kind of cool. And yeah, we're just gonna see where she takes us. Got a lot of sunscreen. Did not bring a snack, but brought hydration, so yeah.
Cookie dough sport. Cookie dough right when you need it most. Get on your feet. Get in the game. Cookie dough sport. Feed the dough.
The Edisto is born when the North and South Fork meet somewhere near Columbia, because two forks are apparently better than one. It snakes through swamps, forests, and backwoods too remote for GPS systems, attracting everyone from kayakers looking for quote-unquote authentic nature to locals just trying to keep their fishing spots secret. Its water is stained like over-steeped tea thanks to tannins from decaying plant matter. It's not polluted, just looks like something you'd pour over ice and drink on your porch if you had a particularly strong immune system. Before Europeans showed up to ruin the vibe, the Edisto River was home to Native American tribes, like the Edisto, I know, shocker, who managed to live with the land instead of trying to drain it for cash crops. Eventually, the river was exploited by colonists, and then during the Civil War by the Confederates as a means to block the Union troops, and then of course, post-war by plantation owners. But today, it's just a chill place to catch a good vibe. Well, that's a wrap, folks. We soaked in the charm of Charleston, kayaked through the Blackwater like budget adventurers, and kicked back at Black Pearl Farms because nothing says low country leisure like blueberries and river views. Thanks for coming along. Now go rinse off that bug spray. Try not to miss the humidity too much. We'll see you next week on another episode of Unbound RV Life. Take care. If you like what you saw here today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Also, follow us on Instagram at Unbound RV Life. Thanks for watching.